Good morning. Helpful video for having variables on both sides of the equation, including working with negatives, and sometimes that seems to trip us up a little bit. So here somebody paid for 6 pizzas, but they had a $5 coupon, so they got $5 back as a bonus. And they paid the same amount altogether. They spent the same amount as somebody who paid for 4 pizzas, but these people did not have a coupon. They didn't make money back. They actually left a $15 tip. That was nice of them. And they spent the same amount of money, and we're just trying to figure out how much is P here? How much is the pizza? Okay, I'm going to solve for the letter P there, for that variable. So remember our main goals, variables to one side, numbers to the other, but it really doesn't matter which way I move them to. Let's work with, you end up with a negative variable, just so that if this happens, it's not a big deal. Sometimes we end up with a negative variable. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and move these over there. I'm going to do the opposite. Remember, if it's a negative, then we need to do the opposite to get rid of it, to move it. So I'm going to do plus 4p plus 4p over here. Okay. I know that that's going to cancel right there because I did the opposite. Let me see, what do I have left? Well, it looks like, let's see, negative 6p plus 4. If you're not too comfortable with negatives, you can just use a calculator. But we're going to have negative 6 plus 4 is going to result in negative 2p. This side over here paid for 2 extra pizzas. That makes sense. They paid for 2 extra pizzas. Now we have these numbers here. And since I already moved the variables over here, then this number can't be here anymore. Once you move the variables to one side, whatever numbers are over there, kick them out. So we're going to move these numbers here. I'm going to do the opposite, do it to both sides. I know that's going to cancel because that's what happens when you do the opposites. Negative 15 minus 5, either you're going to do a quick story or use a calculator or both to double check. If I lost $15 and I lost $5 more, then altogether I lost or spent 20 extra dollars. That's true. These people spent 20 extra dollars in them because they gave a $15 tip and they did not have a $5 coupon. So altogether, it cost them an extra $20. So here we have negatives, some negatives, no big deal. Just stick to your algebra. I want to know what this variable is. Right now, it's connected to this negative 2, and I know when they're stuck together, that's times. So how do I get rid of times negative 2? We're going to divide by negative 2. So now I need to come over here and do the same thing. That's going to cancel again. I'm down to just one pizza. My equal sign, negative 20 divided by negative 2. Again, you can just use a calculator if you're not totally sure, or you can do the cover on cover. 20 divided by 2 is 10. I guess you can't see that very well. Let's see. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Now it's negative 10. Now it's the opposite of negative 10. So it's going to be positive 10. Each pizza costs $10. And again, if you're not sure, you're not comfortable with negatives yet, just use a calculator. Make sure you understand how to put in a negative number into a calculator. So each pizza is 10. I'm going to take 30 seconds really quick to double check. If each pizza is 10, then let's see, they bought 6 pizzas. So that would be 6 times 10 is 60. It cost them $60, negative 60 plus 5. Let's see, negative 60 plus 5. Really, that's only negative 55. They spent $55. And you can use a calculator for this part too. Negative 55. What about over here? Negative 4 times 10. Negative 4 times 10 is negative 40. Minus 15. If you're not comfortable, use a calculator. And again, I have negative 55. So it checks out, and I know that my answer is this. Make sure you don't put this as the answer. Some kids got it wrong by putting that as the answer. This is your answer. That's just verifying that it's correct. The pizzas were $10 each. So this video is here to help you out. Have fun.